Welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. Today, we're going to talk about something that's affected all of us at some point, jealousy. But not in a shallow way. We're diving deep into the science behind it, how it harms us, and most importantly, how to deal with jealous people, and maybe even our own jealousy. We're all on a journey to become better, more thoughtful, more aware, and more human. And just like you're here listening to this, I'm here to learn and grow with you. Now, jealousy. Let's be honest, it's an ugly emotion. Nobody enjoys being around a jealous person. Sometimes, even the jealous person doesn't realize the harm they're doing, or even that they're jealous at all. But jealousy has a way of showing itself in our tone, in our behavior, in the tension it creates in relationships. It poisons the air and spreads negative energy. So today, let's explore it from a scientific point of view. What exactly happens in the brain when we feel jealous? Let's talk neuroscience. Researchers have shown that during jealousy, the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for strong emotions like fear and threat, becomes overactive. This can trigger anxiety, anger, and even depression. Another part of the brain, the anterior cingulate cortex, lights up during social comparison. The more we compare ourselves to others, the more this region activates. That leads to feelings of disappointment, dissatisfaction, and even shame. Then comes the drop in dopamine, the feel-good chemical. When we're jealous, dopamine levels fall, leaving us feeling unmotivated and joyless. And don't forget cortisol, the stress hormone. Chronic jealousy leads to chronic stress, raising blood pressure, harming the immune system, and even increasing the risk of heart problems. But it's not just physical. Jealousy changes behavior too. Jealous people often become aggressive, passive-aggressive, sarcastic, or overly critical. They might not even notice it themselves, but others do, and it pushes people away. Jealousy can also rob people of joy. Even when they achieve something they once dreamed of, a car, a job, a relationship, they feel empty. Why? Because they're still comparing themselves to someone who has more. So instead of feeling fulfilled, they feel left behind. That's why jealous people often seem perpetually unhappy, no matter how successful they become. Jealousy eats away at dignity, at presence, at peace. Jealousy keeps people from becoming loved, respected, and trusted. People say others avoid them, keep secrets from them, or distance themselves. When we dig deeper, it turns out jealousy was slowly driving others away. So, before we talk about how to handle jealous people, we also have to ask, am I being jealous? Let's understand how jealousy even begins. It usually arises in one of three ways. When someone else achieves something we wanted, when we fear someone might take away something we already have, or when we're unfairly compared to someone else and feel diminished. Let's say you're working in an office. You and your colleague are at the same level, but they get promoted. You feel left behind. That's jealousy. Or maybe you're in a relationship and someone else gets close to your partner. Not romantically, just emotionally. You feel insecure. Again, jealousy. Now here's where we separate jealousy from envy. Jealousy is the fear of losing something we have. Our partner, our status, our recognition. Envy is the desire to have what someone else has, their success, their looks, their lifestyle. Jealousy is rooted in fear. Envy is rooted in longing. Both are painful, but jealousy can be far more destructive. Now let's talk about where jealousy begins, childhood. Parents who constantly compare their children. Why can't you be more like your sister? Plant the seed of jealousy early. That seed grows silently and can dominate someone's personality by adulthood. The same happens in schools. When teachers publicly compare students, even with good intentions, they unintentionally create resentment, not motivation. Even in universities, sharing grades publicly, for instance, creates unhealthy competition. In more progressive systems, each student's performance is private. That prevents envy and protects self-esteem. Workplaces are no different. Many managers think comparing employees will encourage competition, but it usually sparks jealousy instead. And jealousy destroys teamwork, reduces productivity, and spreads negativity. Comparison builds resentment. Now, before I end this, let me share a few practical techniques for dealing with jealous people. First, don't provoke them. If you know someone gets jealous easily, there's no need to show off new purchases, promotions, or personal victories. Protect your peace. Second, set boundaries. If someone's jealousy turns toxic, gossip, sabotage, or manipulation, distance yourself emotionally, even if you can't avoid them physically. Third, stay grounded. Don't shrink yourself to make others comfortable, but don't fan the flames either. Confidence doesn't need to shout. And finally, if you notice jealousy within yourself, pause, reflect. Remind yourself how far you've come. You were once where you only dreamed of being, and there are people out there dreaming of what you already have. Jealousy is human, but it doesn't have to control us. If this talk resonated with you, please like the video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and don't forget to subscribe. Let me know in the comments, have you ever dealt with someone jealous of you or struggled with jealousy yourself? Let's talk about it. See you next time.